Hey, what is up, everybody? And this is the first episode here on Toy Bounty Hunter headquarters. Now, let me explain. So, I have another YouTube channel, and it's called Toy Bounty Hunter. And my girlfriend, Emily, and she goes by Ewok M, we go vintage Star Wars toy hunting. So, we film those adventures, and that channel is mainly what we do is we go look for vintage Star Wars toys. So I'm going to leave that channel for just those videos. And I wanted to make this channel here, which is Toy Bounty Hunter headquarters, because, well, this is the headquarters and this is where we keep all of our collection and where we cherish all of the stuff that we have found out in the wild or got off of eBay or maybe won off of eBay. But on this channel, I'm going to be going over like different action figures and talk about just Star Wars in general and kind of dive in on a lot of the Star Wars toys out there. And we're definitely going to check out a lot of different Star Wars toys on this channel. So it should be fun. I hope you guys enjoy this channel. There's just going to be different videos that I put on this channel about Star Wars. Some of the videos that I will have on this channel will probably be me talking smack about Disney Star Wars because I am an original Star Wars fan. I stick with George Lucas, and there is a couple of other videos on our other channel that you guys can watch and get to know me a little bit more, which you will get to know me on this channel as well. So it's just basically this channel will be me ranting and talking about Star Wars and enjoying these Star Wars toys that are out, going over a lot of the Star Wars toys that are out there in the world, in this galaxy. And it's pretty fun to just go over these Star Wars toys. So today we're going to go over what I have here in front of me, which is Yak Face himself. Now, starting off with Yak Face here, this action figure is known to be rare to a lot of vintage Star Wars collectors. And what I have here in front of me today is I have an original Yak Face from 1985. And I did not get this, cheap. I paid about $530 for it. I think it was about that. It was under $600. And I came across this at a toy convention. So, which was the show that Ryan has every year. It's from Toy Federation, RetroCon. That's where that one came from. And then this one was when Smith Lord Creations, which was a company that was around back in the day that made reproduction action figures. And they did Yak Face, which was really cool. And it looks just like the original one here. It's very close. Very, very close. But I managed to find this one out in California. Some guy had it. So I came across this one. And this one is unfortunately, they don't even make this anymore. Smith Lord Creations actually doesn't even exist. It's now known as Stan Solo Creations. So you can find them on Etsy. And Stan Solo, which is the company now, they make a lot of good reproduction action figures. And they also have some cool custom action figures. Which in this channel, we're going to be going over custom action figures, reproduction action figures, retro action figures, and custom action figures because I like to collect all of those and kind of use them for the play sets. But now, last but not least, we have the retro Yak Face here that everybody, you know, definitely got because it was a cheaper way to get this. Now, a lot of collectors couldn't afford to get the real Yak Face here. So a lot of them ended up getting this retro one that came out, which this Yak Face here came out of the Return of the Jedi pack that Hasbro and Disney made, which I thought it was pretty neat. I never opened mine. I kind of left mine here on the card back, which, speaking about the card back, I was going to open this and put him or put my Smith Lord Creation Yak Face, and I was going to put it in this custom. I got this off of Etsy, which is a Yak Face card back, and it comes with a blister, which is really cool. Now, it also comes with this Yak Face coin, but it's obviously blank on the back. It's not real. I was going to card my Yak Face that Smith Lord Creations made, but I didn't do that. I decided not to. So I will use this for something one day. And the back of the card back is just like the original ones. And I don't remember where I got this from off of Etsy, but maybe I can look that up and put it in the description below the video. Here's the thing about, collecting Star Wars toys and being a collector. It just doesn't matter if you it doesn't matter what you collect. I mean, collect what you like, right? And, you know, I, on the other hand, definitely collect vintage Star Wars toys. Grew up with Power of the Force 2 action figures and so on, but I just never really got into those other toys. I mean, I liked them growing up. They're pretty neat, just like the Darth Vader with the removable helmet. I remember the first time that I saw that action figure, I was actually I rode my bike to Walmart and I was there with my friends and I saw a Darth Vader with a removable helmet and it was from Empire Strikes Back and it was in the I believe it was in the Saga collection or it was in yeah, I think it was the Saga collection. I really can't remember, but that was the first time I ever saw that. And I remember playing with, you know, the Power of the Force 2 Darth Vader and also playing with the original Darth Vader action figure and being like, man, I wish the helmet could come off just like in the movie when Luke sees his dad for the first time. But they ended up making that action figure how many times? I mean, there's so many of them now. So, I mean, we're going to go over that kind of stuff on this channel too. I mean, I'm going to be going over pretty much anything Star Wars, like I said, but, you know, we're also going to be talking about Star Wars a lot on this channel. Now, I think it's pretty crazy how close the Smith Lord creation Yak Face here looks compared to the original. They look very identical, and that's mind blowing. You know, for reproduction, it's cool and it's pretty awesome that even if you didn't have the original Yak Face, you can take this one and take the retro Yak Face here and add that to your collection. Now, this Yak Face here, I have him displayed with Jabba and his people. As far as the original Kenner Yak Face here, I keep this one in a case up on the wall. So let's get a closer look at all these Yak Faces right here. And I know that they had the Power of the Force 2 Yak Face and the Vintage Collection Yak Face. I don't have those right now in front of me, unfortunately, but those do exist. And the details on those ones are pretty cool. Besides the Power of the Force 2, he looks a little weird. He just looks funny to me, but that's just me. That's how I feel. So yeah, let's get a closer look at these action figures right here, and let's go over Yak Face. All right, so what we're looking at right now is the original Kenner Yak Face right here. And this one is in really good condition when I found it. I was very surprised that the paint and everything on him was in really good shape. So I was very, very pleased with that. And it does have the original marking here on the bottom of his leg. It's kind of hard to see right now, but it's definitely there. Let's see if I can. Right there. So that's really cool that I was able to find this one. There is an episode on the other channel with me finding this Yak Face here, so if you want to go check it out. Now this one was definitely a good find for me because this one here technically will never be made again, and only a few people have this Yak Face. And the only way to identify, just like the original one, is it says SLC right there on the back of the leg for Smith Lord Creations. So if you come across a Yak Face that is just like this, and it has SLC on the back, well, that is Smith Lord Creations for you. And this one, believe it or not, is a lot harder to find compared to the original one over there, because due to the fact that this was only made at a certain time, and then they quit making it, and nobody can find it. And if you go on eBay to get this action figure right here, you know, it honestly goes for, I would say about roughly $100 just for that figure. And that goes with this retro right here, the one that I have in its package right now. This one, if you go on eBay now, this one goes for $75 to $100 just for the retro Yak Face, which to me blows my mind. And a lot of people would rather spend the $100 on the Smith Lord Creation one right here, or the $75 to $100 for the retro to fill in for their play sets, because it's hard for them to find the original Yak Face, which I understand that, you know. And a lot of people have a hard time, you know, pulling the trigger on spending the money on an original Yak Face. But from my experience, it's definitely worth it. and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Once you get it, it's done. And a lot of collectors know this, but it is a satisfying feeling that you get. I definitely suggest it doesn't matter if it's the blue snaggletooth or the hollow cheek Tuscan Raider. I mean, whatever. Definitely go for it. If you really want it for your collection, get it. Because you never know when you're going to come across that item again, or, even for a good deal. Because after I got my original Yak Face right here, I went on eBay months later, and this guy was going up to like $600 to $700, even 800, which is crazy. And I got lucky for paying like 500, and I think it was like 530 or 575. It was something in that range, but I managed to find this guy, and I was really happy about it. I don't have any other Yak Faces to add into this right now to show you guys, because I'm not really doing any kind of comparison right now, or like, going over any of that kind of stuff, or really doing any kind of review. We're just kind of checking these out, and I'm kind of just talking here. But yes, that's what I have for my collection. This is what I have, and I definitely enjoy having these. And like I said, I keep my Smith Lord Creation Yak Face here with my Jabba the Hutt and his crew. So I will show you guys that clip. But yeah, if you want to get a Yak Face, you got options here. You're looking at them right now. I mean, you can go for the original Yak Face, or you can get the retro Yak Face, or you can maybe find the Smith Lord Creation Yak Face. So if you don't want to get the original, you have these two options right here to add into your collection. So I just want to let you guys know, and if you really consider doing that, well, I say do it. I say go for it. And I decided to get all three because I just wanted to have all three for my collection. That's just me, personally. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for joining me on this first episode of Toy Bounty Hunter Headquarters. And I will have a new video coming out shortly. So may the force be with you guys, and take care of my Star Wars collectors.